Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Hey there.
We're jumping right in, giving you the lowdown on the latest buzz in TV, film, and media.
Yeah, consider this your quick update. We've sifted through a whole bunch of recent news for you.
Exactly. Think of it as your rapid download. Our sources this time, they're all over the map. New shows, legal stuff, AI.
Global content, industry trends. It's a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, we're here to connect the dots, pull out the key takeaways so you get the bigger picture.
Let's do it.
Okay, first up, something that really caught my eye, this Spanish sci-fi series, Santuario.
Yeah, on Actress Player, based on a podcast, I think.
That's right. And the premise is, well, it's intense. Pregnant women in domes, escaping pollution after a climate disaster.
Wow. Okay, so definitely tapping into current anxieties.
Totally. Climate change, obviously.
Yeah.
But they're also weaving in AI ethics.
Interesting combo, especially in that kind of high-stakes survival setting. Putting AI ethics next to maternal survival.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be really powerful. Manuel Bartual and Carmen Pacheco's podcast adaptation, Rodrigo Ruiz Galardan directing, focuses on two characters, Pilar and an AI engineer named Valet.
Gotcha. So, real human drama against this sci-fi backdrop.
Exactly. Now, shifting gears completely. Karate Kid.
The Miyagi-verse continues.
Huh. Well, sort of. It's hitting the metaverse. Sony's working with GameFam.
Oh, for Roblox.
Yep, a Karate Kid training simulator on Roblox. Launched May 2nd, I think?
And that's to promote the new movie, right? Karate Kid Legends.
Right, which is out May 30th, so you basically get to train in the game.
With, like, Daniel LaRusso and Mr. Han.
Yeah, in scenes from the movies. You learn moves, do quests.
That's pretty smart. It's not just watching a trailer. It's interactive, getting a new generation involved.
And you get rewards for your avatar, like a bonsai head.
A bonsai head? Okay, that's kind of fun.
And a trophy popcorn bucket hat. Little digital tie-ins.
Clever. Bridges the movie and the game world.
Okay, let's switch to some legal news. Yellow Jackets. Looks like they won that copyright case.
The one comparing it to that film Eden.
That's the one. The lawsuit pointed out similarities, soccer team, plane crash, survival.
Cannibalism. Yeah, you can see the surface level comparison.
But the court said, nope, too different.
Right. The characters, the actual plot points, and crucially, that whole dual timeline thing Yellow Jackets does.
Yeah, that structure is so key to the show.
Totally sets it apart. So the court recognized the unique creative expression there.
Good outcome for them. And the show's still doing really well, right? The season 3 finale numbers were solid.
Yeah, I saw that. 3 million viewers first week. It's definitely got legs.
Okay, let's tackle the big one. AI.
Always AI.
Duncan Crabtree-Ireland from SAG-AFTRA has been talking about it. Understandably.
Yeah, given his role in the strike last year, AI was, like, front and center.
He calls it both a tool and an existential threat.
Which sums it up pretty well, doesn't it? The potential and the peril.
And he mentioned his own experience with deepfakes. Makes it very personal.
Wow, yeah. That definitely grounds the concern. It's not abstract for him.
So the new SAG-AFTRA contract has AI safeguards built in, which is good.
Crucial step.
And he's still pushing tech summits, supporting the No Fakes Act. It's an ongoing fight.
Seems like it has to be with how fast things are moving. And you mentioned studios are showing, like, cautious optimism.
Yeah, that was noted. Maybe a growing sense of what AI can do versus what it can't, especially creatively.
Right. It can assist, maybe, but the human element, the core storytelling, that's still vital.
Okay, let's move to something maybe a bit funnier, possibly darker. Jon Hamm's new show.
Oh, on Apple TV Plus for Your Friends and Neighbors.
That's it. Dark comedy thriller. Hamm plays a disgraced hedge fund manager.
Okay.
Who starts robbing his rich neighbor.
Oh, okay. And then uncovers their secrets, right?
Exactly. That mix of drama, comedy, maybe some social commentary.
Yeah, Jon Hamm feels perfect for that kind of role. Charming, but maybe not so nice underneath.
Totally. Mm-hmm. And Jonathan Chopper created it, apparently with Hamm in mind from the start.
Oh, interesting. That usually bodes well.
Now, speaking of characters, let's talk about Kate Lockwood in You, Charlotte Ritchie's character.
Right. Her arc in the final season was pretty significant, became this powerful CEO.
Yeah, and Ritchie reflected on that, how Kate embraced her power, but then showed vulnerability turning against Joe.
Uh-huh.
And she apparently connected it to her own journey, like overcoming hesitation about pursuing acting fully.
Oh, that's interesting, when the actor finds that personal link to the character's struggles.
Yeah, adds another layer, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Okay, let's zoom out globally. India's entertainment sector. Big potential there.
Huge. The study mentioned, what, a potential U.S. $6 billion value increase by 2030?
Yeah, massive growth driven by international collaborations and strategy shifts.
Well, they have the audience, right? Something like 551 million OTT users.
Exactly. Huge user base. But the revenue hasn't quite matched markets like, say, South Korea.
Right, so there's a gap there, an opportunity to monetize better.
And events like that Content India Summit are probably key for making those connections happen.
Makes sense, fostering those international partnerships.
Speaking of global reach and partnerships, Disney and Epic Games, Star Wars.
Oh, the Fortnite thing.
Yeah. This is pretty wild. They're premiering a new Star Wars show inside Fortnite.
Wait, premiering it in the game? Before Disney Plus could?
Yep. Star Wars, Tales of the Underworld, hit Fortnite May 2nd, Disney Plus May 4th.
Wow, that's a new one.
Fine.
Talk about blurring lines.
Totally. It's interactive viewing, kind of. And you link your accounts, Epic and Disney.
And get a Stormtrooper skin, I heard.
You got it. Clever way to tie the ecosystems together and make it an event.
Really innovative release strategy. Very interesting.
Okay, let's bring it back home to L.A. film permits.
Ah, the challenges of filming locally.
Yeah, sounds like the city council is looking at reforms. Concerns about high fees and complex processes driving productions away.
That's a perennial issue, isn't it? Keeping production in LA.
Seems like it. Councillor Adrian Nazarian introduced this measure to review fees, look at discounts for public property, streamline things.
Good. They need to make it easier, keep those jobs local. It's a huge part of the economy there.
Definitely. Now, something a bit more cultural. This idea of viral mobs.
Viral mobs, like online?
Yeah, people flock into trans experiences,
I
often
think-
just for, like, Instagram clout. The example was milk tea.
Ah, okay. I get it. The gotta be there, gotta post it phenomenon, especially with Gen Z.
Yeah, amplified by influencers, memes.
Mm-hmm.
And the point was, maybe Hollywood isn't quite keeping up.
Lagging behind in tapping into that or reflecting it.
Yeah, maybe missing chances to connect with how culture is actually moving online super fast.
Interesting thought. Are they adapting quickly enough?
Good question. Okay, a bit of nostalgia now. Puppetry.
Oh, like practical effects?
Yeah, and its decline. There was that great anecdote about Jurassic Park pre-production.
Phil Tippett, the stop motion guy.
Right. Seeing the CGI test and saying, I think I'm extinct.
Oof. Yeah, that's a powerful moment. Symbolizes that whole shift, doesn't it?
Absolutely. The move from puppetry and practical stuff to CGI dominating everything.
And while CGI is amazing, you do lose something, right? That tangible artistry of puppetry.
You really do. It makes you think about what's gained and lost with technology.
For sure.
Now let's spotlight someone succeeding outside the traditional system. Dustin Porter on YouTube.
Ah, the filmmaker adventurer type. Destination adventure.
That's him. Canadian guy, built a huge following, 341,000 subs, 53 million views.
Wow, that's impressive. What's his niche again?
Exploring abandoned places, railways, off-grid living. He came from, like, oil and lumber work.
So a real passion project that took off. That's the creator economy dream, isn't it?
Totally. Getting brand partnerships, building a loyal audience, all outside the old gatekeepers.
Yeah, shows what's possible now.
Okay, let's hop across the pond to the UK. Independent producers are facing some tough times.
Yeah, Nicholas Sircom from Harry King Television was sounding the alarm.
Right, echoing that Indie Lab survey, was it 72% fear closing down because commissioning has slowed so much?
That's stark. Really worrying for the indie sector.
Sircom's developing his own project, True Sherlock, trying to keep creative and financial control.
Smart move if you can manage it.
Yeah.
But he was calling for bigger changes, right? Policy reforms, fairer commissioning, more funding.
Exactly. Highlighting how crucial that indie sector is for diversity and innovation. You need those smaller players.
Absolutely vital for a healthy ecosystem.
Okay, back stateside, Netflix and Baby Reindeer.
Oh, the lawsuit appeal about the true story claim?
Yep. The initial ruling let the suit proceed, but Netflix is appealing, arguing nothing was, like, provably false in the show's statements.
That's a tricky legal line. It definitely sparked a massive conversation about truth and adaptation.
For sure. And despite the controversy, the show's still racking up awards nods, like BAFTAs.
Yeah, its cultural impact is undeniable. This case could be really important for future based on a true story projects.
Definitely feels like one to watch. Okay, lighter news again. Late Bloomer is back.
Oh, Jasmeet Raina's show on Crave just ran.
That's the one. Season 2 is launching. It's about a Sikh millennial in Toronto navigating, cultural stuff.
Yeah, he's really funny. Came up through YouTube sketches, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's directing this season too, which is cool.
Nice. Good to see shows like that getting renewed, offering those diverse perspectives.
Totally agree. Okay, quick rundown of some executive moves. Always a shuffle happening.
Right, who's moving where? Let's see. Helen Tuck joined Deadhouse Films as a producer.
Ute Biernat stepped down as CEO at UFA Show and Factual.
Isabel Arraight Fernandez is the new artistic director at IDFA, the big documentary festival.
Hugh Baldwin's now Director of Partnerships at NED in Australia.
And Taylor DuPont got promoted at Lionsgate TV, head of TV post-production.
So yeah, shifts happening behind the scenes. Always
Yeah.
interesting to see who lands where.
Definitely signals changes in strategy sometime.
And speaking of industry happenings, lots going on with festivals and markets.
Always a busy circuit. Cannes is obviously big toe-y, debuting Kishi Otomo's Heroes Island there.
Sheffield Docfest honoring Fenton Bailey and Randy Barbado from World of Wonder. Icons.
Huge. And Ben McKenzie's Crypto Doc premiering at SXSW London sounds intriguing.
Yeah. Busan adding its first competition section is a big deal too.
Lots of projects launching for Cannes 2025 already, like Pretend I'm Not Here, The Rule of Three, Alma.
Molly Manning Walker leading the Uncertain Regard jury at Cannes. Great choice.
And good to see UK public broadcasters like BBC Films and Film 4 backing international films at Cannes. Shows that collaboration.
Plus, the European Film Promotion unveiling emerging producers for their Producers on the Move at Cannes.
Yeah, lots of energy on the international scene.
And that leads into projects in development. Quite a list here.
Always tons in the works. What jumped out? Legendary going back to the Gold Coast for another Godzilla Kong movie.
Monsterverse keeps rolling. Michael Shannon and David Cornsweet and that John Tuggle NFL story sounds good.
Yeah, the Mr. Irrelevant biopic. Classic underdog potential.
Hulu's docuseries on Alex Cooper, Call Her Alex.
Oh, interesting. Her rise has been meteoric.
Sam Elliott joining Landman Season 2.
Great casting.
The trailer for A24's The Smashing Machine with Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt dropped.
Right, the MMA story. Looks intense.
Nexter, Resurrection spinoff, got a date and teaser. Fans will be watching that.
Definitely. And that AI film, Uncanny Valley, with Jaron Lanier, Natasha Lyonne, and Britt Marling.
That sounds fascinating. What a combo.
Right. Horror trilogy The Rule of Three, starring Thomasin McKenzie and Katie Douglas.
Craig Kelly biopic, The Darkest White, rights acquired by Linden Productions.
Matt Lauria in the Sheriff Country spinoff for CBS.
Bradley Whitford joining the Reminders of Him adaptation.
Oh, the Colleen Hoover book.
Yeah. NBC doing an Arabic adaptation of Mother. BBC announcing new science series.
Horseshoe Rap production in Ireland. Netflix announced new Mexican series, one with Gail Garcia Bernal.
Nice. Jessica Alba, starring in a spy thriller, The Mark, shooting in Australia.
And that comedy, Pretend I'm Not Here, with Matthew Broderick, Sally Hawkins, and Martin Freeman. Simon Bird directing.
Wow, that's a cast. So yeah, a ton happening on the development front.
Seriously diverse slate.
And quickly, some deals and acquisitions shaping things.
Right, the business side. China Lion grabbed a Gilded Game with Andy Lau for key territories.
Moxter Films acquired that Taiwanese rotoscope animation.
16 South restructuring to focus on originals, that's a shift for them.
Metfilm got UK rights for Claude Barris's Savages.
New company Dalmagura Stories launched to back First Nations talent. That's important.
UK TV bought rights to The Hunting Party, Allegiance, Deadly Waters.
ZDF in Germany acquired Team Nuggets.
And Vuelta Group merged Film Constellation and Global Screen into Global Constellation. Big consolidation there.
Shaping the distribution landscape.
And one renewal note, Match Game is back.
With Martin Short hosting.
Yep, on ABC. Should be fun.
Perfect host for that. Classic format.
And finally, a couple of opportunities mentioned.
All right, for industry folks. The Apollo series for European TV co-pros, deadline June 30th.
And WFTV open applications for the 2025 K. Mellor Screenwriters Lab. Deadline was May 12th, though.
Ah, okay. But initiatives like those are so valuable for nurturing talent and collaboration.
Definitely.
Phew. Okay, that was a lot.
It really was a whirlwind tour through recent media news. But hopefully you got a sense of the sheer pace and variety of it all.
Yeah, the dynamism is incredible. Key themes definitely pop out, though. AI's continuing impact, the creator economy's strength.
International collaboration being so key, adapting IP across platforms, those industry challenges for indies.
Legal stuff, always simmering. It's a complex picture.
But hopefully this deep dive gave you a solid, concise overview, a snapshot of where things are moving.
Exactly. Just trying to make sense of the constant flow.
So as you digest all that, what really sticks with you? Is it that tension between, say, AI and puppetry tech versus tradition?
Or maybe how global platforms are changing local industries, like we discussed with India.
Yeah, lots to chew on. Definitely think about the bigger ripples from all these individual stories. The whole media world is transforming
It
constantly.
really is.
Well, thanks for diving deep with us today. We hope this helps you stay informed on everything happening.